Good evening, students. This is one more topic, and this topic relates to your human resource planning and other HR functions. So this is a topic. So HRP and other HR functions. So this we will talk about. So in the center, I have kept the human resource planning. So all the linkages we will discuss. First of all, we will take up the recruitment aspect. This thing is already known to you. The recruitment can be based on the demand and supply forecasting. The appropriate recruitment can be made, whether there is a shortage or surplus. Depending upon this, we can plan for our recruitment. Similarly, if there is a shortage, so naturally we might think of recruiting people either from internal sources or from external sources. But here I am specifically talking about from external sources. When people are not available from inside and it is not possible to utilize the same people by job rotation and other means by training and development, then ultimately we have to choose people from outside or recruit people from outside. So one of the important aspects being recruitment, which is directly linked to your human resource planning, hence, right? Now next is placement. Now human resource planning, how it is related to placement. Ultimately, people those who are recruited, finally selected, need to be placed appropriately at the appropriate position and place. So this is also part of human resource planning, because where there is a deficiency, we need to place people appropriately. The requirement being that the people should be of adequate skill and ability, and accordingly their placement should be done within the organization. Now, through human resource planning, we come to know at what level, at what grade, in which department we need to place people, those who are selected finally. So placement is directly, since recruitment is, as you know, is related, naturally the placement automatically has its own importance. Then the third one being students, training and development. So training and development is a very important thing, as we need to upgrade people continuously for the so that the organization people or the employees, they give their best performance for the organization. So we need to upgrade people regularly. Right. So training has got two aspects. Firstly, people those who are newly recruited, training for them, and people those who are already existing within the organization at different level, they need to be trained continuously to upgrade their skills. So human resource planning, whenever we talk about people those who are working in various departments and all, as a part of the planning, strategy, we have to train and develop people, whether the newly recruited people or whether the existing people. So that the organization efficiency is maintained at all times, right? Then, because ultimately what is the aim of human resource planning? To make available the adequate kind of people with adequate skill and ability at all times as per the requirement, whether in short term or in long terms. We should be able to provide the organization with the appropriate number of people. So training and development always comes handy, because it keeps on training people, keeps on upgrading people. And we know that there is one more thing in today's time, there is that multi-skilling is developed through training and development only. The same person may be rotated. There is another point, you can see job rotation. So multi-skilling surely depends upon training and development, because new skills are acquired by the people, and suitably they can acquire new skills, and as a result they can be put on new job positions as well based on their training and development, right? Then next comes performance appraisal. So appraising the performance of a person is done generally annually within the organization, where based on KPIs, that is key performance areas, the person is adjudged what targets he has achieved, what targets he has failed to achieve, what has been the overall level of his performance. Based on that, human resource planning is linked. How it is linked? You see, it gives an idea of how bad or how well or bad the person has performed, and what needs to be further improved upon. So this is an aspect which is related to training and development also, because while we are appraising the person, we are getting an idea of both the things, in what are his plus points and what are his negative points, or what are his shortcomings. So shortcoming needs to be supplemented by giving them adequate training and development, so that the person is able to enhance his skills and contribute better for the organization. So planning is the core. This is what we are going to go. That human resource planning is the core activity of HR department. So performance appraisal definitely is a ingredient, or definitely linked with human resource planning, because ultimately in planning we are trying to focus on the ability of the person, and if he is lacking in something, we have to do something about it, and that is done through training and development. Then remuneration, or you can say compensation management, that is pay, perks, salaries, benefits. So this is very important, because in order to motivate people at all time, so that they give their best contribution for the organization, we need to motivate people, and money and other facility are still held to be the best motivators. Of course, financial and non-financial rewards both are going to motivate people. So compensation management or remuneration, these are directly related to human resource planning, because we should make certain remuneration policy based on human resource planning. Because, for example, we want that people should contribute their best, so they need to be satisfied, and in order to make them satisfied, we have to give them best of the remuneration available, so that we are able to retain those kind of people. Another aspect which is very important in human resource planning, that when we plan, we also plan for the rate of attrition. Rate of attrition मैंने पहले एग्जाम्पल से आपको समझाया है बच्चों. रेट ऑफ एट्रिशन का मतलब है कि हमें एक एस्टिमेशन लगाना होता है कि अगले एक साल में कितने लोग छोड़ के जाएंगे और कितने नए लोगों को हम लेके आए पाएंगे, बेस्ड ऑन फोरकास्टिंग. सो रेन्यूमरेशन एक इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट इसलिए है क्योंकि इफ पीपल आर एडुकेटली कंपनसेटेड और रेन्यूमरेटेड, the chances of retaining them for the organization is more. So as a part of the grand strategy, human resource planning plays an importance in compensating people, so that we are able to retain and lessen the attrition rate. यानी कि लोगों का आना जाना इसका रेट कम हो सके, and the organization gets and achieve more of stability in its working. Then comes job rotation. As you know, we have already discussed that through training and development, we need to upgrade people. Similarly, through training people on various jobs, we make them more versatile, and they should be more versatile if there is any exigency, koi emergent circumstances hai. As part of human resource planning, we can always utilize these people, those who are multi-skilled. Here, not only we are talking of job rotation, we are also talking of multi-skilled people, those who have already been trained to do more than one kind of work. So if there is a need, for example, we are unable to recruit people from outside immediately, then at least the organization is not going to suffer, because as part of our human resource planning, we are making available the required manpower or the required skilled manpower, so that the organization doesn't suffer. The organization functioning doesn't suffer. This is the main idea, how job rotation is related to your human resource planning strategy. I am using the word strategy because this is also future oriented. Nobody knows that if we have available pool of people, those who are multitasking, so naturally they can be fitted into any kind of position whenever there is a need for the organization. So this is a part, you can say, of exigency planning of overall human resource planning in an organization. Lastly, we can say career planning. Career planning is a very long-term drawn kind of concept, in the sense that the organization is going to plan the career of the person. That, for example, for 2 years you are a junior manager, you perform well, you will become a senior manager, you perform well. In the next 3 years you will become the full manager, or you can say chief manager. Likewise, in a way we can say that as a part of long-term strategy, human resource planning talks about planning the career of the people, so that it gives more stability to the organization, it gives more balance to the organization, it gives more equilibrium to the organization, in a sense that we are grooming people, and we are allowing them to rise onto the organization ladder step by step as the years go by. And as a result, as a part of our long-term planning, when we plan the career of the people, we are able to retain people also. Because a person career can be planned and we can estimate, let's say in next 2 to 5 years time, there may be certain key persons who need to be retained. You see, always remember one thing, student, being a human resource student, just remember one thing. There are 100 people in an organization, let's say. But out of these 100 people, there may be 10 people, those are very key persons. Because if they leave the organization, the whole structure is going to fail. The organization structure is going to fail. So we need to retain certain key people, and this can always be done by planning their career. Of course, we can plan career for everybody, but for key persons, retaining them, planning their career, giving them remuneration, giving them opportunity for growth within the organization is prime importance and is very, very essential as a total grand strategy, as a part of total strategy, grand strategy of our human resource planning. So I think everybody has understood. Just go through the lecture, make your notes, and the topic, we will move on to the next topic.